Hello guys, Crispy and welcome back to another video. In this one, my friends, I'm going to be testing the Radeon RX 6600 XT in GTA 5. This one is the Afox model of the card. We are running it with the latest AMD drivers, of course, at the time of recording this video, and I am not overclocking it. You can see over in Tech Power-Ups GPU-Z all of the GPU specs. It has 8GB of GDDR6, 2048 shading units, and it released in 2021. Rebar is also enabled, by the way, and over on the left we're pairing it with a Ryzen 7 5800X 3D and 32GB of RAM. Let's get into it, shall we? Let's go over the settings first. I'm starting this at 1080p resolution, and we're also going to test it out using higher resolutions. No MSAA at the moment, but I will also turn that on a little bit later. And we're using the maximum settings aside from reflection MSAA, because if you turn that on with an AMD GPU, for some reason you lose all reflections. It's been like this since 2015 when the game came out on PC, by the way. Yep. Motion blur and depth of field are also turned off because I don't like them, and everything else is maxed out. Over on the advanced settings, we're using these three over here, and these are turned down to the lowest because they are more CPU bound settings. We'd actually be CPU bound or CPU bottlenecked if we used those settings. So let's grab this car over here. It has a nice color, you know, AMD Ryzen and orange and stuff. Anyway, you can see that the game, oh god, is quite stuttery, right? That's because we are reaching the engine limits of this game. Whenever you reach really high FPS in GTA 5, it just starts stuttering all over the place. So I really recommend you guys to utilize some VSync or some FPS locking mechanism like RivetTuner Statistics Server. You can actually do it there and lock it to your refresh rate, because otherwise, it will be a little bit of a stuttery mess, as you can see by the 1% lows. In Jack's Hill, however, things might be a little bit different, so I want to get there and see how many FPS we can get there. But right here in this area, which is not as GPU intensive, we do break the engine limits. GPUs are getting way too fast for GTA 5. That's basically what's happening here. As well as CPUs. The 5800X 3D is a beast of a CPU in this game. All right, let's try not to hit anybody as usual. The stutters aren't helping us. Oh boy, oh come on. Also, another workaround for it not to stutter is enabling some MSAA anti-aliasing. It will make the game way more GPU bound. It's basically a super GPU intensive setting. It will smooth out those edges at the same time and drop your FPS, of course, so it will stay away from the engine limitations, and it shouldn't stutter as much or at all. You know what? I like this card. This is a very nice one. It's not red, Radeon Red, but we're also using Ryzen, so it's very fitting, right? Anyways, it drops down into the 100s. This is what I wanted to see. Even without MSAA, it can actually drop down from like 144. So if you were to lock the FPS to 144, it wouldn't stay there all of the time, even though it looked like it would back in the city area. Anyways, Jacqueline, where are you going? Is it Jack? Actually, it's Jack, right? He's running away from us. I'm actually going to follow him around right now. Oh boy, Jack, hopefully the boy lives, okay? Yeah, he's fine. He's just going to taking a bath, right, buddy? Yes. Okay. All right, let's kill Bob now. We need to kill that bastard every single time, as you know. Those temperatures are pretty nice on the GPU, actually. During the summer, it was hitting like 80 degrees Celsius quite often. But now during the winter, since it's very cold in my room, like, what, 15 degrees Celsius, it's not having a problem with temperatures. That's nice. Okay, so, Bob, hello, sir. How's it going? You shaved your head today. Oh boy, you're trying to get away from me, but I see through everything. Rex, you're fine. Looking gorgeous today, by the way, buddy. Very nice. But yeah, Bob, a message to you, Bob. You will never run away from me. I will always find you, and I will always kill you. Okay, we got the red car at this moment. I'm gonna stop it right there, actually. 144 FPS on average. So if you lock it to 144, most of the time you will actually get that, but it will drop here and there, especially in bushy areas. Let's enable some MSAA 2 times first. And let's see how many FPS we get now. Now it should not stutter whatsoever. The handling in this car is so much better. Look at this. Look at what I'm able to do. Well, crash into things. Anyways, we dropped from like, what, 150 FPS around this area to 120-ish on average. You know, it's almost 120. And over here, instead of getting 100 frames per second, we're getting 60s. Things get extremely intensive, guys, on ultra settings with ultra grass quality and MSAA at the same time. Hi, Jack. How's it going? You're back, buddy. Good to see you, boy. Seeing Jack is one of the joys of life, you know, friends. Merry Christmas to you, too. I hope you have a great New Year's, my friend. Go to your life. Okay, is Bob here, though? No, we killed Bob, so he's not here anymore. That's great to know. So no 100 FPS average so far, but that's because we've been to the bushy areas. But you know what? Since it didn't drop from 60 FPS and now we don't have those horrible stutters that we had previously, I will actually say that even though the FPS are lower now, I feel like this experience is way better than the previous one. Obviously, if you lock the FPS using the previous settings, it will not stutter as well. But, you know, you actually do gain a little bit of sharpness here by MSAA usage. And are we playing Cyberbug now? I just saw these two huge trucks popping out of nowhere. Oh, that was interesting. Oh, that's a nice red car right there. Radeon red, very fast. Come on. There we go. Michael, can you be a little bit faster, please? I know you're old and everything, but so am I these days, and I'm still here running around. Well, actually, I've not left my room for a while, guys, because of COVID. But anyways, let's continue. We got the best car, the Infernus Red. Beautiful stuff right here. It's awesome for thumbnails and stuff, so hopefully I don't wreck it right away. I don't understand how every time I play this game, I am worse at driving cars in it. It's so weird. I should be better, you know, because I've been playing GTA 5 since forever, testing GPUs and driving around, but now I never get better at it. Anyways, now the averages bumped up to 115. That's quite nice. So if you are playing at 1080p resolution, 2x MSAA is probably the way to go with a card like this, honestly. Let's just try it out using 4x now. That's probably gonna drop from 60 FPS in those bushy areas, but it makes the game look way sharper. What am I seeing? I've never seen these bugs before. It's so weird. What the hell, bro? It's turning into Cyberbug for some reason. Maybe the game knows. I was going to make Cyberbug 2077 today instead of GTA 5, but then I noticed, I haven't made a GTA 5 video on the 6600 XT. So now we're getting still pretty good FPS, especially here in the highway, but this is not intensive whatsoever, or GPU intensive at least. And also for those of you who will comment down below telling me you should have tested online, well, online is just more CPU intensive, and it's the same GPU intensiveness, so yeah, it doesn't matter, guys. You're always gonna be CPU bound online. I don't test it in online because I test GPUs mostly. Whenever I have some CPU tests, I will probably do it in online, although I'm not really sure because it's too inconsistent as well. It always depends on the server that you're in, the people that are playing with you, where they are in the map, and it's just too many variables. So not really good for like CPU comparisons either. Anyways, it is the moment of truth now. Will it drop from 60 FPS? Oh, it will. Damn, is this intensive. Okay. So 4x MSAA. Hi, Jacqueline. How's it go? Or is Jack? I don't know if it's Jack or Jacqueline. But yeah, that's the thing with the grass quality. If you decrease the grass quality to high, you can still have everything else set to ultra, and you will get 60 plus FPS all of the time, even with 4x MSAA. But if you have it on ultra, which you might want to have it on ultra, obviously, with a card like this, yeah, it does drop with 4x MSAA. Play with 2x, that's my recommendation. It's still pretty damn playable. It only drops into the 50s. Now let's try it at 1440p with no MSAA using the same settings. Alright, advanced graphics are all the same as well. And okay, 130. Damn, that is great. And it's looking so vibrant right now for some reason. Wow. That is crazy. It must be the lighting of the day, you know, the time of the day or something, because it is looking way more vibrant than before. Probably the capture card capture it. I don't know. Maybe it's just placebo, but it is looking really, really good here at 1440p, and the 6600 XT can definitely play this at 1440. I mean, I think everybody expected it to do a great job here at 1440p because it is a great 1440p GPU. Many titles, even demanding ones, can run at 1440 resolution on a 6600 XT, and sometimes, depending on the games you play, I actually do recommend a 1440p monitor with a card like this. More with like a 3060 Ti, I think that's a little bit more adequate for 1440p gaming, but this GPU can still play a ton of titles pretty well at 1440. Let's go over here. This is pretty intensive as well. We got a lot of bushes. No jack here, unfortunately, but hey. 70s. Yeah, still buttery smooth. It won't drop from 60 FPS. If it doesn't drop from 60 FPS inside of bushes, that means that it won't drop anywhere else. Even with explosions and stuff like that. Explosions aren't as intensive as grass in this game. Yeah, no problem. It doesn't even drop from 70 frames per second, let alone 60. Really gorgeous experience here, guys. Let's enable some MSAA now on 2 times. And this is where things should start running pretty badly. Yep, okay. Oh my god! It is dropping so much! Jesus! Applying anti-aliasing over 1440p is so much more intensive than over 1080p. Obviously, we got a lot more pixels here at 1440. Whoa, that's crazy. It's dropping into the 30s. And we're not even inside of bushes. We're just around the grassy area. Holy crap. Let's see it here. Not a problem. It's actually pretty much the same thing inside of bushes. I did not expect this. I thought it would drop it to like 50 FPS or something, not 40s and 30s at times. Outside of grassy areas, it jumps up by quite a bit. Should we help the police or should we help the other people? I'm actually gonna help the other people because, well, it's GTA 5. It's gonna be nice to have like a little bit of a a fight with the police and them following us around and stuff. Come on. Come on. Did you die? He died. Okay, all good. Let's grab some ammo here. Hi, dude. How's it going? Are you good? Oh, there's a dead guy over here with a ton of money. I'm gonna take it all. Thank you very much, dude. And now we... Oh, boy, what is happening here? What are you doing running over the police? Oh boy, you idiot! She just fell there. I'm so sorry to run you over. You're not a Bob, but hey, I need to get away from here now. Okay, I need the car that actually works. Let's go. See, whenever you have just a little bit of grass in the screen, it just drops so much, dude. I'd like to go to the city and check the FPS in the city. I think it's gonna be over 60, maybe. So since 2 times MSAA anti-aliasing does drop a lot into the 30s even at times. I'm not going to test 4 times here at 1440p. I don't think it's adequate for the RX 6600, obviously. So yeah, this is it for 1440p basically. Let me just get to the city to see the FPS there. What the heck? Okay, okay. It's fine, it's great, everything is alright. My car is still working somehow. It's better than my previous one, you know, at least in that regard. It's more durable. Anyway, we're back in the city. It jumps up tremendously, the FPS over here in the city. Instead of getting 60s and 50s at times outside of here, we're now getting almost 80 frames per second. That is really, really good performance. So if you are looking for that pretty good visual experience at 1440p with 2 times MSAA, you can have it. If you don't mind a little bit more of a shimmery image, just disable it and it gets 60 plus. Let's go up to 4K. 3840 by 2160. No MSAA this time around because, well, it's gonna go badly if we enable that, of course. Start counting the frames and it's already dropping into the 50s. That means that in Jack's Hill, things will become pretty rough for the little 6600 XT over here. Yep, it's definitely gonna crap its pants a little bit. But that's okay, because this is not a 4K gaming GPU. It was geared towards 1080p gaming, as AMD says. It's a really good 1440p card still. yeah, at 4K, it's just too big of a resolution. You know, even like 3060 Ti's and stuff like that struggle at 4K. Not in GTA 5, of course, because this is an old title, but in newer games, just forget about 4K gaming. Hello, Jack. How's it going? Thank you for waiting for me, even though it's night right now. Yeah, you're very, very kind. Now I will actually load the save game again because, well, it wasn't as intensive during the night in the bushy areas. I gotta check it out in the worst case scenario. Alright, let's continue here. Oh boy, I already wrecked this car and it's so bad already that it just doesn't feel like it's moving even. But anyways, inside of the city area we get 60s. It still drops from 60. You know what? I'm saying that this is not a great 4K card, but here in GTA 5 this is still playable. You know, it's not an awesome experience like it was previously at the lower resolutions, but it is still playable. If you have like a 4K TV, this could be more enjoyable than playing at 1080p or 1440p. Out of the way, people. I told you out of the way, didn't I? God damn, these people just like to stare at the freaking car coming their way. They don't move whatsoever. We need this car. This is a way better one. Oh, look at that. It's the Croquette, my friends. The Croquette car is in our hands right now. Beautiful stuff. And over here, it is slowing down by a lot, dude. 30s. Okay, at least it's not dropping from 30, so it's still playable. But you can feel the slowdowns, that's for sure. Hi, Jack. How you going? Beautiful boy. Okay, let's go. Kill Jack. No, never. Kill Bob. All right. Bob is there. Oh, yes. I knew he was still alive. Goodbye, Bob. Shave that, my freaking... Yeah. I don't know what I was going to say there. But yes, it's... He's not dead. What the heck? Get over here. Get over here. I know you have a shade of the head right now, so... I know you're Bob. Okay. Goodbye. He must be dead now, right? Like, he cannot have survived that. I actually want to check it out at 4K using very high settings. So my custom settings are just set the grass quality to high instead of ultra, all right? The post effects, gosh, it is so annoying to navigate the menu like this. It's all because we're breaking the engine inside of the menu. This to normal because it disables motion blur completely like that. And these three settings turned off as well. So these are basically like very high settings instead of ultra. And we're not getting 60s anymore. We're in the 70s. Might actually get us above 60 FPS all of the time. Oh. New challenge, guys. No, this is too slow. I was gonna get to Jack's Hill backwards, but yeah, it takes way too long. Let's continue here. 90 FPS at times. That's very impressive now. It looks almost the same as Ultra, by the way. In fact, I would argue that it looks better to me, at least, than Ultra settings, because we don't have the forced on motion blur that we had previously because of the post effects setting, and we also don't get that huge bloom effect, especially in white cars and stuff like that, that was present previously because of that post effects setting once again. So it looks way better to me, much cleaner in terms of lighting, and also much cleaner because of the lack of motion blur, of course. Let's go. Moment of truth. Will it drop from 60? Oh boy, it didn't. Okay. Oh, now it does. Okay, 50s. Getting around the same FPS as like 1440p, I believe. If I remember correctly, I don't know. Hi, Jack. How's it going? Looking beautiful in gorgeous 4K, buddy. Oh, yes. Very, very nice. But yeah, guys, if you have a 4K monitor with a 6600 XT, I don't think there will be many people out there with 4K monitors in this card, but if you do, these are the settings that I would utilize. Still not perfect. Maybe with an overclocked version of the card, it would actually get 60 plus all of the time, because this is one of the worst versions, the slowest ones of the 6600 XT. You can see that the power usage there is only 130 watts, and there are some 6600 XTs that come out of the box with like 160 watts of power. Those will give you a good boost in performance, and it will actually put you above 60 FPS using the same settings that we're using right now. hard 4K, so that's perfect, you know. But it's good to test things with like the baseline model of the cards, so you know what to expect in worst case scenario. Now, lastly, I want to check it out using 2 times resolution scale. That means that it's the equivalent of 8K resolution. Ooh, almost manages 30 FPS at 8K. It's so sharp, dude. 8K in this game is so sharp. I am using a 4K monitor, so it's not native 8K, but it does look sharper than native 4K, that's for sure. Probably because this game has a lot of shimmering and stuff like that whenever you don't use anti-aliasing. But yeah, it's way too intensive at the same time like this. I do not recommend this, obviously. It's good for screenshots, though. You can still run around or drive around and position your screenshots and stuff like that and take a beautiful looking screenshot, for sure. I'm curious, though. Around bushes, oh my god, it's dropping so much right now. Not even counting the FPS, it's not needed. You know, it's just, you shouldn't do this and it's not playable, but yeah, it drops into the low 20s. Oh boy. Okay, we wrecked the 6600 XT. Thanks very much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll be back very soon with another one. And as always, love you all. Bye-bye.